Stay double file.
Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky 194 and appreciate you stopping in, checking out my video. And we're back here in LPM, Low Field Motorsports, in their server and their top split in the rookie class here. Tough hitters here, boy. These guys are flying. Qualified 6th at a 135.4. That's a 6th. So yeah, it's going to be hard, super cold. Optimum conditions, but it's really cold. Got another Bentley right in front of me. Of course, I'm in a Bentley. So, see how this goes.
Green light. Give it all you can. Car on the right.
No!
Clear on the right. There's some light damage on the right.
Yeah, that didn't go good.
There's a slow car up ahead. Car on the right. Yellow flag, be careful there. Clear on the right.
That didn't go good.
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag ahead, be careful. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Didn't go good. It's bedlam around here, too. Good grief. It's full field, like 28 cars. About 5 seconds worth of damage. Are going too wide. Dang it.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Guy doing his blocking. Gotta be a wreck. Yep.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, back up to 16th.
There's a car exiting mid lane.
See if we can make some ground up. Get back up to these guys anyway.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
These people, man, they just want to block like crazy. You make a mistake, go off the track. You made a mistake. That guy up there in 13th, he's fast. He must have got wrecked too or something.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. There's a slow car up ahead. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah. Guy behind me's going good too.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
guy's slowing me down big time.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ooh!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
What a race.
Car on the left. The faster car is approaching. Clear on the left. Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
That's the car approaching. I don't see that. Yeah, he's got to have damage. I mean, a good amount of it.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Tires are overheated in the front. That is the right front, not the left front. Mostly right-hand corners.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
I have to see what happened on that first turn. Be patient.
Driver ahead in sector 3. Car on the left. Clear on the left. There's a slow car up ahead.
He hit me? I don't know. It act like he hit me. Maybe not. I might just lost it. I don't know. I want to get that 10th. I want to get in the 10th. That's what I love about this Bentley. You can short shift it. It doesn't hurt it nothing.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Slow car ahead. Car on the left, clear on the left.
Other guys must have been lappers or something. Yeah, I think they were. They were lap cars. Dang it. Just a shift. Come on. Drive. The guy's way ahead. forget about the giveaway that's coming up. The video will be out this weekend. All you gotta do is make a comment, and you are entered in to win the Fanatic 2.5X. And of course, this is not sponsored. It is not sponsored or anything. It's just from me and the channel.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Hopefully it wasn't my fault. It might have been part my fault. I mean, I thought I gave him enough room, but I guess maybe not. That was just a total mess up. So you can just let this lap and another one. Enough fuel. Too bad. I think I could have had a top 5. It seemed like I was catching these guys up ahead of me even with the damage. So, yeah. Ferraris or Lamborghinis in here.
Alright, man. The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Lap. Action packed though. Only for 10th place, but man, action packed. Cars going everywhere, fighting it out. That's fun. It was still fun. I just hope I didn't cause all that mess in the front. cruising. Woo, look at the fireworks.
Alright mate, race is over. Good job, you did the best you could. Take it easy indeed, lad.
Alright. Alrighty. So, take a look at that. Sure, it's going to time out here because it usually does. Oh, that was him. Yeah, that was Watson in the BMW. Yep. Yep. See, so you did hit me. He says it was lag. So, but we take a look at the very start. See what it looks like here at the start. See, that's another fast Bentley in front of me, so he really had damage. See, I'm wide. Look how wide I am. Yeah, that wasn't me. That was not me. Yeah, that was not me. I mean, he could easily go on in there. Look at that, how wide I am. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he just took me out. He just took me out. Okay. Well, that's what we wanted to know. All right. Well, I'm glad it wasn't my fault. So, see, they already timed us out. So, okay, well, we'll see you on the other side after I check some things, and we'll show you the setup. And I'm back, and made a few adjustments, did some test laps, and I really think the car has actually improved, pretty good amount over actually what I was racing with. No big adjustments, but a lot of little ones that all add up. Looked over the data from the race, and then also looked over the data making a few laps here and made a lot of adjustments. Again, a lot of little ones, but it really makes a difference in the drivability, and I really think the car is actually quicker too. So let's go ahead and make a lap, and I'll point out a few places to keep your eye out and for what you want to watch out for. Doesn't that Bentley make some great noise? Man, I wish Bentley would get back in. Come on, Bentley, get back in here and do some of this GT racing. Dang it. This car looks so nice, sounds so good. Don't forget the giveaway coming up this weekend, the video for it, so you can enter and put a comment. You get the Fanatic 2.5V wheel, brand new in the box with the quick disconnect. Now coming out of this straightaway, I was flat the whole time coming around that last turn, which is critical. Sometimes you might have to lift a teeny bit. Good speed down the straightaway. You can, which we'll go over there in the setup. You can turn the brakes down some more, but I didn't on this because the tires are, fresh. You saw that was like a 136.12, and of course, just getting faster. Of course, through here, you want to definitely, hold it to the inside, but the adjustments I made it a lot better through here, through the bowl area that I call it. Made it a lot better. Oh, shoot, I missed it. Right here, you got to watch this curb, okay? This is the curb. You want to hit it, and you want to try to do a late apex coming into here, because if you cut too early, you're going to hit the big bump here on the inside. So you want to try to late apex. There's a little crook over here, and that's what I go by. There's a little crook over here in the road, and that's what I go by my turn in. And you really want to come in and get this, because if you do it early, it's going to throw you wide out in that grass, which I've went out there plenty of times. So you know you want to try to do a late apex. Of course, the problem is this curbing will kill your tires now. Ever since the update, it did before, but now it's even worse. The grass back there in the bowl, you know, which hurt my tires, I think, when I went off one time, just kind of hit the edge of the grass, and I lost a bunch of pressure. And coming over this, you will definitely lose pressure. I've done it a couple of times, you know, practicing and things like that, and you hear them, you know, tire losing air. So that's another thing. These tires, you really want to keep them up near 28. 27 and a half is not good, because if you do, you will lose air. If you hit these curbs, you're going to lose air. And if you have any kind of long race or anything like that, you're going to be in trouble, because you'll be down to the 26 something, way down, and losing grip. So you really want to keep these tires when they're fresh and when they're up to, you get them up to temperature. You really want them as close to 28 as you can, even 28. Heck, I wouldn't care if it was even 28.1 as long as it cooled down. You know, if it was 28.1 after you went through the curves and then cooled back down, I wouldn't even care, because if you're that high, you could run over this and you're not going to lose air. And if you do, it's not going to hurt you, but you know, a tenth or two, and that's fine. So that's just something else to keep in mind when you're tuning for your race, to keep these tires at as high as you can. Let's keep going. Now here, this right and this left here is really slick, in my opinion. It's the slickest, some of the slickest parts of any track I've seen. It's always, this isn't as bad. This is not too bad here. This turn here that I'm going into right now, for some reason, it just always, in any car, I don't care if it's the Bentley or what it is, it always feels slick. And in the past, I've always tried to compensate by just getting the rear end to rotate and things like that. But of course, with Motec, it's a lot different, and that's where I've made a lot of front shock changes and to get more grip. And I think it's got better grip now than probably ever. So I really think it's helped a lot there. And that's really the key to getting some of that front end to bite and not just feel like it's sliding, and to get the car to turn. And this is the other bump. Okay, this is the other one. And again, it's your right side tire, you know, right side tires, just like the other one. So that's what I'm saying, is that they take a beating. This is the other bump here. If you hit it real hard, it'll do the same thing. You'll be losing air. So it's one of those things that, you know, you want to try to hit, because you don't want to be way out here out wide, but you just don't want to run over like this section. You don't want to run over it so hard that you're running over here, because that's when you're really going to lose air, and you're going to have a big bump also. So, you know, you run over it, but just try to hit it as little as you have to, and it'll just save on the, again, keeping your tires consistent and not losing a bunch of air on them. And you can use some of the throttle to get the car to rotate right there. And right there, I hit that too much. I lost probably a tenth right there. Skimming it's okay, but running over it, you do lose a little time. Again, wide open, never lifting. I mean, flat-footed, right through there. That's the way you want it. And it's hard for somebody to pass you if you're doing that. Very hard. That was a 135.82. So let's go to the setup. And actually, this next run, I was on even a better run, but I messed up a little bit in the bowl, and I had my Delta. So this car will definitely go faster than this, no question. I still ran at 87, I think it was, compared to the 82. So I mean, again, that's how consistent. I think the car will definitely run in the 60s or 70s. No, you know, with this the way it sits, easily. So let's go to the setup, like I said. And again, I really got the tires as close as I could to 28 pounds. Or 28 pounds. Yeah, 28. Well, 28 pounds, yeah, for pressure when they get hot. So we got left front's 25.1, left rear's 25.5, right front's 27.1, and the right rear's 26.8. Toes negative 0.1, with the camber at negative 3.5 on the left front and negative 3.4 on the right front. Caster's 11.7. toe on the rear is 0.05, with the camber at negative 3.2 on the left rear and negative 3.1 on the right rear. Electronics are 4, 6, and 1, and again, that helps too with that some of these slick corners with the TC, and it works really well. Of course, fuel I just put up to 80 liters. Tires were all okay, no problem. Wear was great. Anti-roll bars 5. The brake bias is 60. Now, you can go down to 59 with no problem, especially after, let's say, halfway through the run or so, and you want to get the car to help rotate a little bit and some braking performance back. You go down to 59, no problem, and it keeps the car consistent. Steering ratio turned all the way down. Springs are 155,000 in the front with a bump stop rate of 800 and a bump stop range of 5, and I adjusted that also. And the springs on the rear are 150,000 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 30. Again, those have been adjusted. Anti-roll bars 4, and the preload on the diff is 40, and that's been adjusted also. Just a little less preload on the diff. Shocks, which has definitely been adjusted. Front is 12, 6, 10, and 8, and the rear is 14, 4, 13, and 6. And again, it's what I'm going off of Motec and what it's telling me, and I'm not saying, there are always ways to be better, but it's really close. Aero got 55 in the front, 73 in the rear with a 7 rear wing and a 4 and a 4 in the brake ducts, and the front aero variation is a negative 4.4. So that is the setup, and I think a really good one of my faster ones here at Zandvoort, and I sure hope it works for you. It's a really balanced car. If it rotates too much for you, I would just knock the ride height down 1, down to 72 like that, or 71 if you want some more, and that should be enough to give you some less rotation. And that keeps it simple. And the only other thing you could do is take one out of the sway bar. So that's the combinations that I would do. Take depending on what it's doing, but just be careful because, like I said, that coming on that last turn, you want to be flat out all the way, going through there. You don't, lifting a little bit's okay if you miss up a little bit or miss the apex or whatever, but the car needs to be able to be flat out through there. And if you do, I seriously doubt anybody's going to be able to get a run on you unless they are really, really fast through there. So, again, I appreciate it. I hope you give me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I sure hope, of course, I'll leave a link to this setup in the description. And also, I have a PayPal link in the description if you want to help support the channel. I tried really hard to have good setups for all of us. And I keep trying to always improve and make them better. And I hope you all have a great one and come back and visit again soon. See ya.